up, we'll go eat sushi.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Katie, and I am a third grade teacher in the state of Florida. And this week's vlog is a little mini vlog taking you along with me as I go to the Get Your Teach On National Conference in Orlando. Today is Saturday, so it's our travel day. We're gonna be driving to Orlando in the car today and checking into the hotel. I'm so excited. I got everything packed. If you're wondering what I packed to bring, I did make a pack with me video, so I'll link that above in the cards for you guys. But David and I are excited just to head to the Gaylord Hotel and check in and kind of get the lay of the land today before the conference starts on Sunday. So without further ado, let me show you my travel outfit and then we're gonna hit the road. All right, here's my travel outfit for today. I'm wearing a new teacher tee that says the book was better because let's be real, the book is always better than the movie. That I got from Stella Vita, which is a shop on Etsy. I will link this shop or this shirt, like this specific shirt in the description below, but I'll also leave a link to her shop because she had so many cute options and there were lots of grade level tees and I already have a few grade level tees, so I picked something that was different from what I already own. So I have this book was better graphic tee. And then I'm wearing it with my linen pants that are from Costco. These were $3.50 at Costco at like the beginning of July. So if you're watching this like recently, you could probably still go find them. If not, I'm sorry, but they're very comfortable and they match like the lettering on the shirt perfectly. And then I'm wearing my Teva flip-flops, which are my pool shoes, because we're just going to be in the car and I painted my toenails a nice light purple for the conference and I didn't want to put tennis shoes on and mess up the toenail polish. So this is the travel fit. I think David's loading the suitcases in the car as we speak, so it's time to hit the road.
Go downtown with our best moves we can boogie. Oh my, we both look so fly like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us. Na, 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 na. We are goofy, playing tag in the jacuzzi. We'll go upstairs with our best.
All right, we made it to the hotel room. We got a nice king size bed. And our porch view is like the coolest part here because we are like facing the inside. So there's the big banner for Get Your Teach On. So cool. We're all checked into the hotel. So conference registration is tomorrow. So tonight we're just gonna be like exploring the hotel, checking out everything that they've got going on. And we have dinner planned with somebody from David's work tonight at the steakhouse at the hotel. So we don't have to leave the hotel again for the evening. But I'm so, oh gosh, it's so bright by the window. I'm so excited and I'm glad we made it.
With our best moves we get groovy. My, we both look so fly like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us. Na, 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 na. Crazy when we drive around in our Mercedes. We're out all night or at home lazy. We're living like we're in the 80s. My, we both look so fly like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My, when we drive on by, they just.
All right, so I'm downstairs. I just waited about an hour in line to go shop in the Collective. You can barely see it in there, but I did take some footage. I got some good things, which I will show later. I'm so excited. Met some really sweet ladies in line and also saw a lot of people who follow my channel while I was waiting in line to register. So I'm gonna try to remember everybody's name. I saw Tiffany, I saw Sydney, I saw Kirsten, and then there was one other person that I saw, and I'm so sorry that your name like escaped my brain after you walked away, but you were wearing really cute rainbow earrings and I'm pretty sure rainbow framed glasses. So if that's you, It was so nice to meet you, and thank you for saying hey. But now I think I'm gonna go wait in line to get my lunch vouchers, because after I did registration, I did not go to get a lunch voucher. I went straight to shop, so it's time to go get food. All right, I just made it back up to my room. It's kind of nice to be in the peace and quiet. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I waited in a lot of lines, but that's okay. I waited in the registration line, then I had to go to like the business office line just to like get some things squared away for my registration. And then after that, I went to the collective line, and I stood in line for an hour to get into the merch collective. So I got some things, I'll show you those in a second. And then I waited, actually I didn't wait, I walked like right through the line for the lunch vouchers, because I'm here by myself. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna go like sit in one of the restaurants at the hotel by myself. So I got the lunch vouchers for the 3 days. So let me show you what I got. First off, I got my lanyards, I'm all checked in. And let me show you what I got from the collective, and then I'm gonna curl my hair before this evening. And yeah, so here's what I got. First, let me show you what I got that was on sale. This is not from this year's conference, I don't think, but hello, made for 3rd grade. And it was on sale, it's 30% off. It's really, really cute, medium comfort colors. So that's the first one that I got, made for 3rd grade. And then the other shirt that I got was this one that says, "You can do hard things, believe it." So that's what I got. I think it's really cute and colorful. Again, like, I don't know if I'll necessarily be able to, you'll still be able to read "You can do hard things" even if I tuck it. But I think it's really cute, and the bright color really spoke to me. And then what I was like, I wanted to get a t-shirt. The sale one was bonus. And then what I ended up getting that I had really gone in for and I like really wanted were these, because I shared about this in my Pack With Me vlog. I have my trucker hat, and I wanted some things to go on my trucker hat. So I got 2 patches. I got 2 things. I got a patch, and then I got a pin. I debated, I love this one. It says "In My Teacher Era," and I had to get that one, even though I already have pink on there with my A. And then I got this one that says, this pin that says "You Are Pure Magic." So I'm gonna put the pin down here, I think, and then this second patch is gonna go like up here sideways. And then I think my hat is complete, like for now, unless I just find something else that I love. Now I'm kind of wondering, there's an iron in our hotel, and so I'm like, can I get this to iron on to this while I'm up here? But that's what I got from the collective. And then this is like the shopping bag that they give you, which is like such a fun shopping bag. So now what I'm gonna do is go over into the bathroom. Oh, and then here's my charm necklace I talked about, and I just brought this. I just thought I'd show it off because I think it turned out really cute. So I'm gonna go curl my hair for this evening. It's so weird looking in the camera and seeing myself wearing makeup, you guys. I don't think you understand, because I went so long this summer without makeup. I didn't wear makeup from June 15th until this trip. And so every time I look at the camera, it's like really weird. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is get my hair curled, because if I curl my hair, the only thing I'll have to do between now and the opening ceremony tonight is just change into my outfit that I packed for the opening ceremony. So I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my hair and maybe listen to music. I might open the door of my balcony because you can still hear like all the fun stuff going on. It was very busy down there though, so it's kind of nice to escape back up to the hotel room. And I need to drink some water because I was just waiting in lines. I probably went down there at like 11:15 and it's almost 2 o'clock. So I was down there for quite a while.
Can't deny it, they wanna be like us. Na, 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 na.
All right, first round of curls are done. And so it kind of looks like Shirley Temple curls, but I will literally leave them. I'm gonna check the back of my head while I'm talking, so I'll talk louder. But I will leave them like this for as long as I can. And then in just a little bit, I'll take my like comb thing and I will brush through it. And then that's when I touch up any pieces and spray it. So I'm just gonna leave it like this for a little bit. Then I'm gonna attack it with the hairspray because the goal is for my hair to last all week. But I just put the patch on my hat and I think it turned out cute. I used the hotel iron. Let me get my water too because I'm really thirsty. I just put the patch on, so let me show it to you. I'm gonna set the tripod up. Okay, it turned out so cute. It says "In My Teacher Era." I used like the hot setting with no steam on the iron, and that turned out so cute. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the pin on it that says "You Are Pure Magic" right there. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I think my hat is complete. I really do love it. I think it'll be fine. Okay, there it is with You Are Pure Magic. I think that turned out so cute. Not bad for like a $4 Hobby Lobby hat. All right, still waiting to brush out the curls, but my biggest Get Your Teach On tip for today is from the balcony in our room. You can see the registration line, and it is like 2:26, and there's not really a long line. They keep it going pretty fast. The line was really long right at noon. So if you come later to do registration, you'll be fine. Now, on the other hand, the collective shopping line is so long. I can see it from my balcony, and it is like maybe 2 or 3 times longer than when I waited in line, and I waited about an hour from like start to the line to the end of my shopping experience. So like some of those ladies are gonna be in line for a very long time. So my tip would be, if you're here early, do the collective first, and then you can always go back through and register when the registration line is short. That is my pro tip. And I'm sharing because before I came to this Get Your Teach On, I was like looking for other people's vlogs for people who had been to the conference before. I honestly couldn't find that many. I found like a handful. So if you're watching this because you're going to a Get Your Teach On conference, that's my pro tip. All right, I am going to fetch the elevator to go to opening ceremony with Hope and Wade King and the Jonas Brothers. And I'm so excited. It's my little outfit, snakeskin booties, necklace, sparkly earrings. The registration line is nuts downstairs now, but I'm gonna go over to where they're lining up because the doors open at 5 and it is 4:40 right now. So by the time I get over there, I'll probably wait a little bit, and then I'll go inside and we'll be waiting in the chairs for a while. We still have an hour and 20 minutes until it starts. But some people have been lined up for a very, very long time, so this won't be too long for me.
Pick a movie, I'll pick you up, we'll go eat sushi, or we'll go downtown. With our best moves we can boogie. Oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. Oh my, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us. Na 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 na. We are goofy.
All right, everyone, it is day 2 of the Get Your Teach On conference today. Last night's opening ceremony was so much fun. I was so close to the Jonas Brothers. I took a few videos and I added those clips, but I cannot add audio because of YouTube copyright. So if you follow me on Instagram, I shared some of the clips, and maybe I'll make like a little Get Your Teach On highlight on my Instagram page. But it was so much fun, and it was kind of a surreal moment when they were like, we just do this, or like we enjoy doing this because we think the world of what you guys do as educators. And they were like, as all of us dads who have kids, like, we know how important it is. And I was like, oh my gosh, all the Jonas Brothers are dads. I was like, I felt really old for a minute there, but I just took like, if I took videos, I took like a little video, and then I would stop it and put it in my pocket and then just sang my heart out the whole song, because that's what I'm there for. I was like, I'm gonna enjoy, so that I'll get a little clip just like for the memories, because I'm not the kind of person that you're gonna catch out there like filming a fireworks show. No, it's not me. I try to just like soak it in and enjoy. And then Clint Pulver spoke last night. He did an incredible job. And I took some notes on like what he talked about, but he talked about like being a mentor for your students, which means being high standards, like holding them to high standards academically and behaviorally, but also high connection and like connecting with your students. And he talked about a teacher that he had that when he was younger who really connected with him, and they brought that teacher out on stage. I was crying. I think everybody was crying. It was like really, really, really sweet. But the biggest takeaway I had from his was he used the quote, lift and lean. And he said this weekend and as we go back to school to like lift each other up, but also remember that you're going to have to lean on each other. And then it's a balance of lift and lean. And I was like, I thought that was so good. So then this morning I went to the 6 o'clock workout. Shout out to Lillian, who was one of the Magic Squad members who follows me, who gave me a towel because, oh my gosh, even at 6 a.m. when it was like dark outside, it was still so humid because it is Florida. So I was sweating. So then I came back after the workout, took a shower, touched up my hair. I'm getting ready. The doors open in 3 minutes for the opening session, but it starts at 8. And I wasn't super worried about being there right when the doors open, because as long as I'm sitting in there tonight, it's good. But I got great seats for the Jonas Brothers last night for the opening ceremony. So I'm about to get all my stuff together. I've got my backpack packed with the supplies that I need, my lunch voucher. Oh, here's my name tag. That's gonna be important. I've got to get shoes on, and I have like a light jacket that I'm gonna take in case my room is cold. But today we do opening like keynote, and then we have sessions all day. And I won't be able to film much in the sessions, but I will share some takeaways with you guys, and I'm excited for day 2. It's gonna be a very, very busy day.
Playing tag in the jacuzzi. We'll go upstairs. With our best moves we get groovy. My oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My oh my, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us. Na, na, na.
Hello, everyone. This is me post day 2. Is it day 2 of Get Your Teach On? I just finished taking off all my makeup and washing my face, so it's looking a little bit rough, but that's okay. And I just thought I'd go over like the highlights of the day for today. Let me take my hair out of this headband. It was such a busy day. I've literally been up since 5:15. I think the last time I checked in was like way earlier this morning when I was going to do my workouts. And then I came back and like got ready for the day. It was grade level breakout room session day 1. I tried to take just a couple clips here and there, but I'm here to learn. And so I spent a lot of my day learning in sessions. We got some really cute Get Your Teach On swag, which I inserted a clip of, but I brought my notebook over because this morning we started with the keynote speaker, which was, I believe, Ed Milet, and I might have said that wrong. And he did an incredible job, very motivating this morning. And then we heard from Hope King, and she gave us like the rundown of like our mindset for the week and like how we should be open-minded and like how to approach our sessions. And then we went to our sessions. I had 4 sessions today. The first one was Megan Polk, and she went over investigating writing prompts. And I think my biggest takeaway from that one she talked about doing word webs for writing prompts. So like taking words in the prompt and turning them into a word web. So like if the prompt said to write an argument for why school should have more recess, and be sure to include 3 details or 3 examples that support your argument. Like one of the words that you could word web is circle the word argument and then come up with synonyms for it, which means like to convince somebody or to show somebody or to persuade somebody. And in doing that, you're helping students build their vocabulary, understand the writing prompt, and then they can use those words in their writing. So I thought that was really cool. Then we did one that was on connected text, and that was by Amelia Capitosta, and I'm sorry if I said that name wrong. And she talked about doing paired text and comparing across genres, which made me feel so good because that's one of my goals for this school year. I've shared in my classroom setup videos to do like a paired text bucket for like if we're reading a fiction story about wolves, then we have nonfiction options for students to read, either like passages or books or things. So I was like, that's great, because I was already thinking about doing some of that. So that was pretty validating for what I've been brainstorming for the year. Then we had Juan Gonzalez. He is incredible, 3rd grade teacher on Instagram. And his was the genres tour, which was super fun because I've done an eras tour classroom transformation. I shared about it in a vlog a while back, so I can link that vlog. But he had like the whole intro video, and I was like, I've done that too. So it was really fun. But this is probably how I'm going to do the genres tour, like if I do that transformation again this year, because last year it was for state testing and I did reading in the morning and math in the morning, reading in the afternoon, but I'd just be doing reading. So I think it'd be really fun to like introduce the genres. And my biggest takeaway from his was where I wrote it down. We should be talking about genre with every text we teach. Like every text we teach is an opportunity to dig deeper into genres. And really like we looked at the overall genres of like fiction and nonfiction and then their subgenres, which was really incredible for me because I was like, dang, I didn't realize there were so many subgenres like in informational text, which I guess technically is nonfiction. Like nonfiction is the umbrella, and inside that is informational, and then biography, autobiography, stuff like that. So that was, my brain is like getting fried. And then the last one was see, my brain's fried. The last session was Chris Pombano, and it was about student motivation and engagement, and he gave a lot of cool like little quick tips on how we can motivate our students during like chunks of instructional time, and they were really fun. I'll have to try some of them out this year, and then like give some feedback on them, because there were a lot of great ones, but I just don't have time or energy to share them. And then we had 2 keynote speakers this evening. One was Lily Singh. I'd never heard of her before, but she did pretty good. And then I don't even remember the name of the last one. There was a magician, and he was great. It was really fun. And then David and I went and got dinner, and then I came in here and I put on a sweatshirt because I was freezing in my sessions today. I just really wanted to be nice and warm, and I took off my makeup, and I'm getting in bed now because I'm going to get up tomorrow morning to do it all over again. Everything. I'm getting up at 5:30 to go do the workout, come back, get ready for the day, go to sessions all day long. It was so crowded, let me tell you. I was so shocked with how many people there are, but there was so much fun stuff to look at, and things that were set up, and vendors, and all kinds of stuff, like truly all kinds of stuff. So I'm ready for, I guess, day 3 tomorrow, and to fill my notebook with even more learning. All right, you guys, I did another workout this morning for the conference, and then here's my outfit of the day. My trucker hat, my Hobby Lobby t-shirt, my charm necklace, and then I'm wearing my Costco linen bands and my Converse. So I am ready for, I keep wanting to call this day 2 because it's kind of like day 2 for content, but I guess it's like day 3 of the conference because of the kickoff. So I think I am ready to go. I'm just gonna get my backpack and head on down. My hair, I just had to like kind of touch up, curl it today. We'll see. I'll probably end up in the hat again tomorrow because it may not make it one more day. The humidity this morning for the workout was insane. But this morning's keynote speakers are Titus O'Neill and LeVar Burton, I believe is his last name. I hope I didn't mess up his last name, but he's the Reading Rainbow guy. So those are the morning keynote speakers, and then we have a session, and then lunch, and then 3 more sessions. So it's going to be a copy and paste of yesterday. Tonight's keynote speaker or like guest is, we have Eddie B. Comedy, and I'm really excited for that, and Jordan Fisher, and I love Jordan Fisher. So Tuesday is my day. So I'm going to go ahead, grab my things and go, and I'll try to get some clips to take you guys along so you can experience the magic with me. I almost just left my hotel room without my key card. That was a very scary experience, but thankfully I remembered it.
Just let them think that we are crazy when we drive around in our Mercedes. We're out all night or at home lazy. We're living like we're in the 80s. My oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My oh my, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us. Na, 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 na.
Okay, y'all, I have the camera really close to my face right now because it's loud out here. I'm on the patio at the Gaylord Hotel, and if you haven't been here before, there's like rushing water inside, and the sun is just now peeking through the top, so it's like right in my eyes, but that's okay. Today is day 3 of Get Your Teach On, and I'm so excited. I guess technically day 4 if you count Sundays, day 1. I don't remember how I've been counting it. It's day 3 of sessions, so it is Wednesday. It's the last day of the conference. It's about 7:20, so I really do need to go down like to the keynote room in just a little bit, but I'm up here eating the last granola bar, protein bar that I brought from Trader Joe's because I'm hungry. And these like barely last me till lunch, but at least I'm not having to pay for breakfast. I got up early today. There was no early morning workout. But I was gonna have David take some pictures of me in front of some of like the photo booth areas upstairs, but the ballroom level was closed. So we didn't get to go very far. We did get a couple of them though. And so today, like between sessions, I'll try to get like a photo in front of the last few little photo ops that I want. But I was gonna recap yesterday. Yesterday morning was fantastic. We had LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow, and then Titus O'Neil. They announced the Gold Star Teacher of the Year. So that was Tuesday morning. Then I had 4 sessions yesterday. A lot of them were focused on writing instruction. I think that's definitely a need, so I'm sure that's why there were so many on writing. So the first one we had was with Juan Gonzalez again. I'm pretty sure he's been like my favorite presenter of this whole trip. And his was super graphic organizers, and I loved his analogy. He said teaching language arts is like a bowl of spaghetti. There's just stuff that's like tangled everywhere, and I was like, that is a great analogy. And so he said it's important to provide structure where you can. So he gave us some ways that he engages his writers, and he called his session like putting the extra stick of butter in a cake mix. Like the cake mix is your curriculum, and he's like, I'm gonna give you the extra stick of butter to make it really good. And so I love that. Then we had Megan Polk, and we had writing or crafting sturdy paragraphs. I feel like hers was more 4th and 5th grade level, like a little more advanced, whereas Juan's was a little bit like more scaled back, which would be more appropriate for 3rd grade. But it was 3, 4, 5, and I think there's some middle school ELA teachers in the room too. So it was good to have a variety. Then we had Joanne Miller. Hello, she was hilarious. And hers was student engagement, every student, every time. And she just shared like a bunch of fun little ways that she engages her students in class in like academic activities. And they were so fun. One of the cool things she had were like these giant whiteboards that she calls buddy boards, so they can sit and have a huge whiteboard that spans across both of their laps. They each solve it individually on one side and then collaborate in the middle. So cool. And then 4 corners. Okay, this was the cool thing. She did like a 4 corners example. Everybody's played 4 corners with their students before, but her example was like there's a cap for each corner. So if you had like 16 students, you'd probably do like, you can only have 5 in each corner. And so if you're in a corner with the wrong answer, you have to talk with your team and collaborate and discuss why your answer is not the correct answer corner. And I was like, that is so meaningful. And then it's not like they're all following each other to the right answer and just copying each other. Hello. Then we had, let's see. Oh, and then the last one was, I don't know how to say her first name. Is it Lanisha Tab? But she was fantastic. She's part of like the Get Your Teacher on Curriculum team. And she shared about writing as well. And how she shows the writing framework to her students, and how she kind of structures her block so the students can work on different writing activities as needed. It was so good. She was very engaging and like upbeat and loud in the microphone. So for the last session of the day, that was great. All right, then in the evening, sorry, I just finished my protein bar. The evening performers were so good. We had Angie Kay, country singer. I didn't really know her songs, but her voice is beautiful. Jordan Fisher. I love Jordan Fisher. He's like the definition of musical theater right there. Him and Lin-Manuel Miranda. I mean, how much more musical theater can you get in this generation? And he sounded fantastic live. And then Jordan Fisher and Angie Kay sang together the Happy Ever After from the Disney fireworks show. And it was magical. And there was confetti, and it was so good. Oh my gosh. I was like, not me getting teary-eyed watching this song live. And then after that was Eddie B comedy, and he was a hoot and a half. So we laughed and laughed and laughed. And then Daisy, David and I went to Disney Springs. I was combining David and Disney makes Daisy. David and I went to Disney Springs last night, and we ate at like a Spanish restaurant? A restaurant with food inspired by Spain. It was really good. We had like a cheese board, and then like some chorizo and chicken, and the avocado goat cheese salad was just, I mean, it was all so good. But we had a great view of the drone show that they have in Disney Springs, which is why David picked that restaurant. So that was really fun. And then we came home and crashed, and I was so stinking tired this morning getting up. I'm so tired. So I really need to fix my coffee and go down for the final day. I hope this has been interesting for you guys. I feel like it's wrapping up because the conference is wrapping up, but I hope this has like been fun for you guys to see what this conference is like, because I wanted to find out like, what is this conference like before I came, and so hopefully this will be helpful for some of y'all who are interested in coming to Get Your Teach On. I definitely recommend it because it has just been so fun so far. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna fix my coffee and such, and then I'm gonna head out wearing my trucker hat today and my new shirt that says you can do, I showed it to you earlier in the vlog, you can do hard things, wearing a white skirt, not a white skirt, a black skirt, and I'm wearing my white high top Nikes with it. So feeling good for my outfit for the last day. I'm gonna brush my teeth and get my coffee, head to Keno.
Pick a movie, I'll pick you up, we'll go eat sushi, or we'll go downtown.
Good morning. It is Thursday morning. My days of the week are like running all together, but it is the first day post-conference, which is crazy. So yesterday was the wrap-up of the conference. I was so stinking tired by the time I got to last night. It wasn't even funny. We started the morning off with our keynote speaker, which was Steve Spangler. It was so much fun hearing his story about being a science teacher, and talking about kind of some of the inspiration behind the conference of how to make school like the best day ever. And his most memorable quote for me, I wrote a couple others down, but was like, if it makes it to the dinner table, you win. Like if you make school so meaningful that kids want to share it at home. And he was like, not every day is going to be the best day ever, but think about ways that you can incorporate that and connect with your students so that you can share experiences with your students. And I thought that was really, really sweet. Then we had 4 sessions. I'm trying to even remember who all my sessions were with because we had so many. We had another one with Joanne Miller where we talked about accountable talk with students. And that was such a great one. She used like talking chips as an example and like lots of different strategies you could use to facilitate discussion for your 3 through 5 learners and keep students accountable for their discussion. And I can't wait to use some of those things like right when we go back to school. We had one with Wade King where we were talking about instructional planning and looking at our standards and taking a deep dive into what are the learning targets we can break down from our standards. And that one was really encouraging because I feel like I have looked at the 3rd grade standards a lot. And I was like, I'm on the right track. I have room to grow, especially now that I'm going to be focusing in ELA, but I'm on the right track. Then we had one with Dr. Shane, is it Saeed? I don't remember how to say her last name, so I'm sorry if that was wrong. About vocabulary and like quick ways to practice vocabulary and how to integrate it into our instruction. I loved that. And then we closed out with Amelia Capitosa again, and she was talking about like the Fast and Furious literacy block, like how to structure your literacy block to work in 90 minutes. And that was really helpful. I think I'll be rearranging because especially now that I'm switching classes, I'm going to have to look at like, how do I want to arrange my block? But she also showed a lot of fun activities that were like quick. And she was like, structure your block and pick a few go-to activities for each element so you don't feel like you're always scrambling to come up with something new. She's like, phonics can be the same game for a week. You switch it to a new game, then switch it back and rotate. And I really liked that. I thought that was great. And then we had like the closing remarks, finished off the conference, and then David and I went to eat at Disney Springs last night with some of his coworkers that live in the area. And so it was a delicious meal, but I was so tired when we got back. And then I slept in this morning, and I'm going to get a coffee downstairs and a breakfast. I'm not making my coffee in the room today. In fact, David's already off because he's working again today with some more people that he knows in the area, and I'm just chilling at the hotel until checkout later. So I'm going to go like, first I need to debrief. Second, I have some school things that have come in. I've totally ignored and neglected all other responsibilities in the last 2 days. Not 2 days, like literally the last 4 or 5 days. So I've had a couple school emails come in that I want to check and like respond to. I might start editing this vlog a little bit, getting some of the footage off of my phone, and just kind of sit down and eat a little breakfast, have a little coffee, and enjoy like a little bit of peace and quiet to debrief, because then I think we're going to Disney tomorrow with some of my family that's coming into town. So that's going to be really fun, and it was an unexpected twist because we were just going to go home tomorrow or today. But I think we're going to extend our stay like 2 more nights and go to Disney tomorrow. So I need this time this morning to like soak up some quiet, peaceful Zen moments in my own brain without like sitting in a session or a keynote or going to dinner with coworkers of David's and all that stuff. So, but I just wanted to jump on to give you all of that and to say thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I hope it was helpful for you and it gave you like an inside view of what the Get Your Teach On conference is like. If you haven't been, it is so much fun. It's incredible. They pour so much into teachers, and it's really just like a a bucket filling experience. Cup filling? Like it fills your cup, fills your bucket, fills your heart. I don't know how you would say that. But it makes you feel so special and loved and important as a teacher. But also, like, the tips that they gave were very practical to be used in your classroom. And I would love to have more training sessions from the Get Your Teach On team in the future for sure. So, I'm just so tired. But I'm going to go downstairs, get my coffee, and close out this vlog here. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel. Comment if you've ever been to Get Your Teach On before. Oh, and I did meet some girls yesterday. Okay, this is the very end of the vlog, so if they watch to the very end, they win. But I met Cassidy and Courtney in line yesterday to take a photo. They're both from Texas, and they are subscribers. And so, hi, Cassidy and Courtney. Thank you so much for reaching out and for saying, hey, we got to chat for a while in a line for a photo opportunity. So that was really fun. And then there was one other sweet lady in my session that after I did like a little... my group got up and like acted out a vocabulary word on stage, and when I got down she was like, I love your channel, but I didn't catch her name or anything. But if that was you, thank you for saying something to me. I didn't want to forget to shout you guys out. I was trying to keep track of everybody that I met here at the conference. So if you said hey or bumped into me, thank you for saying hello. That was so much fun. It added like an extra layer of specialness to this conference. But comment if you've ever been, comment if you want to go. And I think that's all I've got because I'm just totally rambling now. As always, I will see you guys in the next one.